Hello everyone. The next topic which we will be discussing here is about the parathyroid gland. So parathyroid gland, where it is situated. So these are situated in the neck region. And what is the function of this gland? The function of this gland is that it controls the level of calcium in the blood. So the calcium level, it is being controlled by this particular gland, which is called as the parathyroid gland. So let's start with the introduction first. So this is a diagrammatic representation of the parathyroid gland, that how this gland looks like. So there are four small glands of the endocrine system which regulates the calcium in our body. So these are located in the neck region, which is behind the thyroid, where they continuously monitor and regulate the blood calcium level. So as you can see, this is the thyroid glands which are being depicted here, and just behind that there is a parathyroid adenoma. This gland, they are small pea-sized glands which is located in the neck just behind the butterfly shaped thyroid gland. So the thyroid gland, as you can see, it is looking like a butterfly. So it is a butterfly shaped thyroid gland. So most people, they have four parathyroid glands with two parathyroid glands lying behind the wings of the thyroid gland. Now, what are the functions of this parathyroid gland? The major functions of this gland is the controlling of the calcium levels in the bloodstream. Because of this, calcium levels are generally very stable in our body. So this is important to ensure that the nervous system and the body's muscle can work properly, and also that bones remain strong. So the possible functions are the release of calcium by the bones into the bloodstream. There is an absorption of calcium from the food by the intestine. There is a conservation of calcium by the kidneys, and it stimulates the cells in the kidneys to transform the weaker forms of the vitamin D into the form that is strongest at absorbing the calcium from the intestine. So the main target organ where the parathyroid gland exerts its effect are the bones and the kidney. So bones, they need the calcium, and the kidney, they also need the calcium. So the main organs are the bones and the kidney. So when the calcium levels are low, parathyroid gland hormone is released by the parathyroid gland into the blood and causes the bones to release the calcium and increase the level in the bloodstream. It also causes the kidney to stop calcium being lost in the urine, as well as stimulating the kidneys to increase vitamin D metabolism. So if someone does not take enough calcium through their diet, or does not have enough vitamin D, circulating calcium levels fall, and the parathyroid gland produces the more parathyroid hormones. So this brings calcium levels in the bloodstream back to the normal. So another method that parathyroid hormone uses to increase the calcium levels in the bloodstream is the activation of the vitamin D. So this occurs in the kidney too, and the activated vitamin D then increases calcium absorption from the gut. So these were some of the main important functions of the parathyroid gland. Next, which hormone is produced by the parathyroid gland? So it is the parathyroid hormone only that is being produced by the parathyroid gland. Now next comes is the hormone levels in the parathyroid gland. So there are two conditions. What are the two conditions? So when there is a high level of parathyroid gland hormone. So when the parathyroid gland produce too much high or too high parathyroid hormone, then what is the condition? So the too much of parathyroid hormone can cause higher calcium levels in the blood, which leads to a disease called as hyperparathyroidism. So this is a disease condition. So the diagram which is being depicting here is the condition of this disease only, that when the parathyroid hormone is too much in the body, so this is the condition which occurs. So there is a over secretion of the parathyroid hormone that can make a person depressed, irritable, insomnia, memory loss, lack of energy, and worried are the most common symptoms in patients with the parathyroid disease. So it can be of three types. Now what are the three types here? It is the primary hyperparathyroidism, secondary hyperparathyroidism, and tertiary hyperparathyroidism. So these are the three types of parathyroid diseases. So in case of primary and tertiary hyperparathyroidism, the level of calcium is high, very high, because of the excessive secretion of the parathyroid hormones. But in case of the secondary hyperparathyroidism, the calcium levels is generally low due to the factors like kidney diseases. So that is the main reason for this. Now, if the parathyroid hormone is gland is secreting too less of the parathyroid hormone. So a too low parathyroid hormone is a rare condition. This is one of the rare condition which occurs. It may result in the low levels of the calcium in the body, in the blood, and it is treated medically with vitamin D analogs and oral calcium supplements. So the treatment given to these patients is the vitamin D analogs and oral calcium supplements. So when the calcium levels falls down, people get tingling sensation or cramps in the hand muscles. So there is a sudden drop that can cause an individual to feel weird, foggy, like, and the brain will not function accurately. So this is the condition of the parathyroid gland when the parathyroid gland produces too little parathyroid hormone. So it is one of the rarest conditions which occurs in the patients. So this was all about it. These are some of the references. Thank you.